Hello, this is Overlord Boat, and we're back with another video with SAT score. And today we're going to be talking about a new policy that Wargaming is putting into effect, which is nerfable premiums. Now, this is an outstanding rule which has been around for a while, but they recently changed it. Where before, reward ships like the ones you get for steel, coal, research points are able to be nerfed, but now they've recently put into with the balloon ships that they're able to be nerfed. And today we're going to be talking about the SAT score. Do you want to start bringing us in?
All right. To give a brief history, this is a policy that apparently carried over from World of Tanks. Wargaming selling doubloon ships are not subject to direct nerfs. This, of course, doesn't change the quote-unquote global nerfs like smoke firing, the smoke change, AP bomber damage change. But what Wargaming has done is allow doubloon ships to also be nerfed. This started a bit earlier with the Flandre being one of the first ships, but it's recently come to light because Hyuga is the first example of Wargaming actually nerfing a doubloon ship. In this case, Hyuga has its gun reload nerfed from 28 seconds to 29 seconds. And so instead of compared to before, Wargaming is actually trying to balance the newer premium ships.
Yep.
So, Bo, what do you think of this change in policy? Do you generally like it or don't like it?
Well, let's go over to the premium where it says here. So the reason why they're able to do this is because they added in this little detail right here. If deemed necessary, balance changes may apply to Hyuga. So they put this in so that people can't sue them and say, hey, this is supposed to be this. We paid for this. Now they're able to nerf and balance things if needed over time. So if a premium's too weak or if it's too strong, it's able to be balanced to provide for more of the game. So far, I've seen a ton of backlash on this. And honestly, this is the first time that I've seen something like this where people are super against things being balanced, like in World of Warships specifically. I've seen it in the past where people don't like the Enterprise being nerfed or the Belfast, but in other games, balance is more welcome because people are like, oh, well, World of Warships isn't pay to win, but you have ships like Belfast and Enterprise, which are clear representations of pay to win, where you can no longer get these historical ships, but people that have them are like, no, don't touch these. If you touch them, we'll sue. So it's kind of like people don't want the nerfs, but at the same time, they're like, oh, the game is so unbalanced at the same time.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be one side. On the other hand, some people, they pay for their ships, and that's what they get. But if Wargaming were to nerf them, then if the ship becomes too weak, then I've literally just spent $40, $50 on a ship I don't want to play anymore. So in other words, they will think Wargaming stole my money.
That's definitely a good point. But the thing is that now they have that in their policy where if needed, it'll be balanced. It could mean that if the ship is too weak, say like the Tiger 59, for instance, currently it's not a very well-liked ship. Most people hate it. With that description saying it can be balanced, that means that the Tiger 59 can be balanced in the future. So instead of it staying the same, it can be buffed to make it more balanced. As before, it would just stay the same. So I kind of like the change, so I'll make weaker ships stronger and ones that are overpowered. Like right now, the Småland is one of the most overpowered DDs for tier 10 currently that you can no longer get. Its ability with its radar, 7.5, its stealth radar is insanely strong, as well as the fact that it has the best engine boost in the game, as well as amazing guns, good anti-air, amazing, easy to play, not really difficult, good torps. This thing it's an all-around amazing DD, and it needs to get nerfed, but they haven't touched it yet. But I feel like they're going to, but I feel like it needs to.
They could. They've previously buffed premium ships that they considered underperforming. It's not very common, but it does happen, and people, of course, don't have a problem with that. It's just that when their favorite ship is nerfed, then people are not very happy. If you still remember, there were changes to open water stealth firing. Some people weren't happy because it meant their Blistawica would get nerfed because it was literally advertised with that feature.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a very interesting time indeed when that was being changed. That was very interesting indeed.
A similar outburst was there when Kutuzov was getting nerfed because of her smoke firing penalty. She ended up with a very large smoke firing penalty during the when the smoke was changed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that being said, so Wargaming has so far nerfed. They're starting to nerf premium ships, and they've already nerfed a couple of reward ships like Stalingrad and Thunderer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if they continue with this may lead to newer previously overpowered ships being introduced back after balancing?
Yeah, a lot of ships that were removed due to balancing issues may be brought back when they've been balanced. At the same time, though, a lot of games, what they'll do is ships that have been gone for a long time, they may bring them back for a short period to get people to mass buy them. I know that World of Tanks did this recently with like the E25. Maybe a few months ago, they re-released the E25 for like a month or less because the E25 was super popular over there. So they could start doing the same thing that World of Tanks is doing. It is the same company, so they'll have the same ideas. It's just different games have a little bit different processes of doing them.
I guess we'll have to see. We may see some old ships being introduced then, because currently the older overpowered ships are only available through Christmas crates. Maybe Wargaming is satisfied with that.
Yeah, they may be. That is something that World of Tanks doesn't do. Their stands containers don't hold the older tanks like ours hold the ships.
Well, that's the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me then?
No, I feel like this covers it. It's a pretty short information about the fact there could be more nerfable premiums in the future. Well, there is going to be more nerfable premiums in the future, and we're just kind of just guessing on if they're going to be doing it or not. I am betting they are going to nerf some of the older ones sooner or later. As you know, Wargaming does love to look at their data over a long period of time, instead of some companies where they'll look at the data short period, do quick nerfs. World of Warships is known for their very, very long periods of time where they won't nerf or do anything. They look at the data, it's like, okay, well, we'll nerf this, or we'll buff this. So I'm expecting within a few months, we'll probably get some big nerfs and buffs to the weaker or super strong ships, so we'll just have to wait to see. But that is all for the time today. Thank you so much today, SAT score. Greatly appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely leave them down below in the comments. I'll see you guys around and talk to y'all later. Hey guys, this is Overlord Bo. Just want to thank y'all for watching today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I love reading your guys' comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Blah!